Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And off we go from Las Vegas. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Mahomes quickly complete out wide, and he'll be out right at the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going.
And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. Max Crosby. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 27 yards there, a first down.
And we're going to see the ball in the air quite a bit here. This is a top 5 passing offense in the NFL. And they certainly like to get everybody involved. So this defense, they're going to have to be able to counterpunch somehow. They couldn't there, and it's an opening drive, first down.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. On first down, Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. On play action, it's Mahomes. On the move to his left. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 14. 12 yards there as they move the chains. That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a first down.
And defensive coaches losing their mind on that play because they knew about his mobility coming in, and they preached all week long. If he gets outside the pocket, find receivers in your area and cover them. Otherwise, plays like that will continue to result.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. On third down, it's Pacheco. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. The run on third and long, so I guess waving the white flag a little bit.
Yeah, and I think sometimes teams are so committed to running the football that they'll take a chance, even in a long yardage situation, to let them know on the other side, this is what we're going to be about today. In this case, they didn't get a first down, but if you're thinking along with them, hey, they might be committed to running it all game long.
On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Here we go. Yep. Go.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Forced out to his left. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
You can't admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Chad Ryland now to add the PAT. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Taylor now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And Jacobs is going to have a Raiders first down as the tackle made up around the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. You talk about this Chiefs defense. And they're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better. Because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. The tackle by Eric Armstead. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Now Fields. To the right side, that's where Tillman is. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Kansas City.
Nothing the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing now is Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The ball on the 32, it's 2nd and 2. Mahomes now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Again, it's Pacheco. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners. Vision, you know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Yellow. Hey, 43, 43, 15. Hero, 15.
Mahomes going to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A run by Pacheco on 2nd down. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Fields on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Back to throw, Fields. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 46-yard line.
Go.
Here's Fields. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now Ryland for the PAT. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score. Chiefs 24. Raiders nothing. Chad Ryland to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taylor now from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
15-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Fields, a throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now a first down throw, Fields. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On second down, here's Fields. Open man, that's Tillman. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it third.
Play action. It's Fields. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And they've been kept off the scoreboard in this first half, but here toward the end, they're trying to change that in one fell swoop, but that winds up incomplete.
Go.
A final shot before the break. Fields. He's going to go up top again. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Raiders nothing.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Chad Ryland to kick off.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
On first down, Fields. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Caught that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hey, 10.
Out of the gun, Fields. He'll get this complete to Tillman. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Fields. Dancing to his left. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Jacobs going to try the middle. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Walker. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal. Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Carlson able to put this one through. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him 16 yards on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. 3rd quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. From 19 yards away. And the Chiefs are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Taylor now from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Don't jump. Ready? Hey, can't. Go.
On play action, Fields. Flushed out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Off play action, Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Fields. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On first down, it's Fields. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And now they're in the hurry-up. Jacobs, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game.
Here we go.
And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Right.
One more time with Jacobs. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Chiefs are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best game.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Steps away. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Justin Fields taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he returns this to the 22. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Slot man moves right. Here's Mahomes to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. They're triggered throwing it. They feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Yellow.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Yellow.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, it's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now here's Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great effort there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And finally brought down at the 43. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Here we go, son.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Fields changing the play.
Easy. Tonight.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. He's going to let it fly. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every